Hey, yo, what's the deal? Man, it's your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag. You know what I mean? As of this recording right now, it is 11:51 a.m., July 10th, 2025. You know what I mean? I'm actually cleaning my dishes. I already got I got my stuff ordered. You know what I mean? I already got my air conditioner, so I am good. Thankfully, I did the video quick because they had called me like legit about what? Maybe like a minute after I've completed the video. You know what I'm saying? A minute, literally. Now, I mean, I'm going to hook it up in a bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do a 2-in-1 with this video because there's some things I want to discuss. Some true things that I want to talk about. That we know this is AEW's culture, right? AEW's culture is one of the most toxic and detrimental cultures in all of professional wrestling, right? And it's not even only the fans. What hurts more is in the organization, right? And Tony Khan did a press conference, right? You know, for the All In press conference and such, right? So he addressed a couple of things, right? He addressed a few things, mostly with women. He addressed some things with Mercedes Mone, and he addressed Britt Baker, right? Now, the first thing that he addressed, Sean Ross said, fuck that dude. That dude's a bona fide pussy. If he was here in my face, I'd tell him to his face he's a fucking pussy. The first question that's asked, right, is about the creative control conversation. And Tony Khan claiming that no wrestler has creative control, that he's the one that has the final say in shit. Bullshit. That's complete bullshit, right? Mercedes Mone even admitted of creative control on a TMZ interview. She admitted that shit. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you're going to sit there and lie and bullshit and say that, I don't have no creative control, over stuff that I have. That's bullshit. Hold on real quick. You know what I mean? That's complete bullshit. Because there's a lot of people in AEW who have creative control. That's why I say creative control. Creative control is never, even if you have creative input, right? That's still some sort of control. See, creative control, full creative control with a wrestler, that's never, ever a great thing. I mean, there's a lot. I can give you examples of, creative control with wrestlers, right? Especially in AEW. John Moxley and Adam Copeland not wanting to put each other over, right? MJF has creative control over things that he says. Chris Jericho, CM Punk had it. The Young Bucks had it because they didn't want to put over Private Party. There's a lot of people in AEW that has creative control. A lot. A lot. Mostly from the top. See, WWE has people who brings creative input. And it seems like people work better with structure as opposed to, people who works with full creative control where they say things that could potentially get a company in trouble. Right? Cody has, creative input. You know what I mean? Like, he has creative input and such, and it's better to have someone who's going to, it's better to have someone who is going to, give you structure as opposed to someone who has creative control and like, I'm not putting people over, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? Because they get the final say. In WWE, yes, people do have creative input and such, right? But, and yes, it has to go through Triple H and his creative team, right? But it seems like there's a lot more people that's happier with that, than they think. I mean, CM Punk, we have not seen anything fucked up with CM Punk, right? Without the creative control. If anything, Punk is happy. You know what I mean? Because he doesn't have to, You know, he doesn't have to deal with people who have creative control who does not want to do business. And the fact that Tony Khan denied it, the fact that he denied it is just full bullshit because every single fucking body says it, that they have creative control. Everybody. So who the fuck you think you're lying to, B? You know what I mean? And then I want to get to this. I want to get to Britt Baker. You know, they also asked about Britt Baker's status with AEW, right? And Tony Khan basically put the analogy of a sports team where he says, well, you know, we got to have people on the bench, you know, because, you know, we have so many people on the roster that, you know, we have to have people on the bench and such, you know, and we have to have Britt Baker on the bench. Basically, he flat out said that she's benched. You know what I mean? Like, he basically wants nothing to do with her. She doesn't want to be there anymore. We're seeing the same thing that we're seeing with Ricky Starks is the exact same shit that we're seeing with Britt Baker. You know, I'm hearing rumors that, oh, well, she might be at, you know, in the Casino Gauntlet. She's not coming back to AEW. It's a wrap. She's done. She's done. She's done. I'm pretty sure that she's fighting right now behind the scenes to get the fuck out her contract. The exact same way that Aleister Black did, and the exact same way that Ricky Starks did. Right? I'm pretty sure that she doesn't want to be there no more. Right? Even if you do bring her back in the Casino Gauntlet, right? This shit's still not a good look for AEW. Why? Because now you got someone who's going to be even more disgruntled and want to be there. She doesn't want to be there. She does not want to be at AEW. She clearly doesn't. You know what I mean? And to keep her there, right? It's like, dude, you're angry because you know, and that's another thing too. From what I understand, like, he gets mad when people do business the right way and go somewhere else. He gets mad. You know what I mean? Tony Khan gets really pissed off. You know what I mean? He gets really angry. And there's some things I didn't even know about, right? So, a couple of things. Number one, you know, I heard that, you know, the people who won their last match, right? Bryan Danielson, on a full-time basis. Bryan Danielson, Sting, they wanted to go out on their back, meaning they wanted to lose. But Tony insisted that they win. You know what I mean? And that tells you a lot about, you know, Tony Khan's creative vision and such, right? And so, you know, where I'm getting at with this is the fact that, you know, with Tony, he doesn't like when people do business the right way when they leave. Right? He has a problem with Cody. He has a problem. The fuck? I feel like a fucking earthquake and shit. You know, he has a problem with Punk. You know what I mean? He has a problem. It's mostly Cody. Cody left, you know, doing business the right way, right? He gets shitted on. And then with fucking, what's his face? Right? With fucking Jay Cargill. Jay Cargill left the right way. He has a problem with her because he's going to have Mercedes break her record and shit, right? Tony Khan is petty like that. And it's fucked up. You know what I mean? And here's the other thing, too. You know, there's no loyalty in AEW. None whatsoever. There's none whatsoever fucking ever. You know, if you think that even the EVPs, right? If you think they're happy with the direction that AEW is in, you think they're happy, you got to be out of your fucking mind. You think someone like Kenny Omega is happy? In AEW, he shows that he's not happy. You know what I mean? He shows it. You know? Like, you can tell body language. And the fact that, you know, he's shitting on Britt Baker, you know, because she doesn't want to be there anymore because you're not using her. Something happened in the back. Something happened. Let me sip some water. Something happened backstage that nobody knows about, that he's not using her. Let her go. Let her fucking go. Let Britt Baker go. Britt Baker doesn't want to be there. Let her go. She's better off in WWE. She's better off. And I'm not saying Britt Baker is the greatest female wrestler of all time. No. You know, there is a way. Oh, man. You know, as right now I'm talking to you guys, you know, like this breaking news that this guy is sentenced 25 years to life for hitting a woman, you know, in the head with a hammer. like some 3 years ago. That's fucked up. You know, I hope that motherfucker rots in jail. But Britt Baker deserves better. And Britt Baker was a pillar for AEW. She was a fucking pillar. You know what I mean? She was the first fuck. It was the first motherfucker to sign with AEW. Pen the fucking paper. She dotted her T's and crossed the fucking I's. And this is how you treat her? Like, come on, man. You gotta be fucking kidding me, yo. Yo, if I'm her, I'm lawyering the fuck up to get the fuck out of AEW. You know what I mean? I'm lawyering the fuck up. Seriously. This company is bullshit. It's bullshit. I'm going to definitely holler at y'all later tonight. I definitely got another video I will put out. So I'm going to catch y'all on the rebound. Peace.